Home Minister Amit Shah holds meeting with senior officials of NDMA, NDRF and IMD on preparedness for dealing with cyclone Nisarg brewing in the Arabian Sea. Maharashtra, Gujarat brace for the cyclone as it is expected to make landfall tomorrow. Government adds more flights to Vande Bharat mission to enable stranded Indians to return home. Air India to operate 70 flights to US and Canada under phase 3 of the mission from June 11th to 30th. The number of active cases of COVID-19 stand at 97,581. 95,526 people have been cured of the disease, while 5,598 fatalities reported so far. More than 62,50,000 people infected globally. Global death rate crosses 3,75,000. One terrorist gunned down in an encounter with security forces in Salmoa, South Pulwama of Jammu and Kashmir. Encounter in progress as more terrorists are believed to be trapped. And violence erupts in cities across the United States, sparked by the death of African-American George Floyd in police custody. Curfews imposed in nearly 40 cities. Welcome to English News. I am Anil Thomas. Now for the stories in detail. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Monday held a high-level review meeting with officials of NDMA, NDRF, IMD and the Indian Coast Guard on preparedness for dealing with cyclone brewing in the Arabian Sea. The cyclone Nisarg is expected to hit some parts of Maharashtra, Gujarat and Daman and Diu. Later, Amit Shah held a video conference meeting with Chief Ministers of Gujarat and Maharashtra and Administrator of Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. The cyclone is expected to touch the coast of Maharashtra and Gujarat on Wednesday afternoon. The Home Minister assured them all central help in view of the impending cyclone and asked them to spell out the details of the requirements and resources needed to deal with the situation. Meanwhile, NDRF has already deployed 13 teams in Gujarat, including 2 teams kept as reserve, and 16 teams in Maharashtra, including 7 teams as reserve, while 1 team each was deployed for Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. NDRF is aiding the state governments for evacuation of people from low-lying coastal areas. The Met Department has informed that the well-marked low-pressure area over southeast and adjoining east-central Arabian Sea and Lakshadweep area concentrated into a depression and is very likely to intensify into a deep depression today and intensify further into a cyclonic storm over east-central Arabian Sea during the subsequent 24 hours. Director General of the National Disaster Response Forum, S.N. Pradhan, assured that all arrangements for cyclone Nisarg are in place. The NDRF has deployed 21 teams across both states and 10 more teams have been kept in reserve. The NDRF DG stated that they are fully prepared to deal with any calamity.
सारी तैयारियां पूरी हैं। लगभग 10 और 21 टीमें एनडीआरएफ की दोनों राज्यों में तैनात हैं और करीब 10 और टीमें रिजर्व में रहेंगी और साथ ही साथ पंजाब में स्टैंड बाय में 6 टीमें रहेंगी और 5 टीमें आंध्र प्रदेश में रहेंगी। तो इस तरह से तैयारी मुकम्मल है।
In view of the cyclonic activity over the Arabian Sea, Gujarat Chief Minister Vijay Rupani chaired a high-level meeting to assess the preparedness of the state machinery to tackle all eventualities. The state government has also ordered evacuation of people living in low-lying areas and deployed teams of the National Disaster Response Force in over half a dozen districts. All fishermen of South Gujarat and Saurashtra have been called back from the sea. Salt pan workers of these regions have been shifted to safer locations. Meanwhile, the collectors have also been asked to make sure that electricity supply to COVID-19 hospitals in their respective areas does not get affected. A control room has been activated in Gandhinagar to monitor the situation in the state. Well, for more on this story, Sudhakar Das, our correspondent, joining us. Sudhakar, good morning. Sudhakar, what's the status there? The landfall is expected to be tomorrow, but how's the storm brewing? There are changes that are expected, as and when it happens. What's the latest when it comes to the storm making a landfall expected somewhere around tomorrow afternoon?
जी बिल्कुल, देखिए अनिल, लेकिन अभी इस समय मौजूदा स्थिति ये है कि डीप डिप्रेशन की शक्ल ले चुका है अभी ये। और बताया जा रहा है कि देर रात तक ये साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म में बदल जाएगा और कल सुबह ये सीवियर साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म में बदल जाएगा। आज शाम तक साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म और देर रात तक सीवियर साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म। तो इसका मतलब है कि सीवियर साइक्लोनिक स्टॉर्म में आज रात से ही जो खतरा है वो एक तरह से वो शुरू हो जाएगा। और उसके साथ साथ क्योंकि भारी बारिश और जो कोस्टल एरियाज हैं वहाँ हाई टाइड की भी आशंका जताई जा रही है, तो इसलिए ये इन तीनों के मद्देनजर कोस्टल बेल्ट को खाली कराया जा रहा है। खासतौर से साउथ गुजरात हो या नॉर्थ महाराष्ट्र हो या दमन दीव दादर एंड नागर हवेली से कोशिश की जा रही है कि ये ऐसे तमाम लोग खासतौर से जो कच्चे घरों में रह रहे हैं उनको सुरक्षित स्थानों पर पहुंचा दिया जाए। आज रात तक ये पूरा इवैक्यूएशन प्रोसेस खत्म कर लिया जाएगा दोनों राज्यों में और शासित प्रदेश में भी। और इसके साथ ही क्योंकि एनडीआरएफ की जो जहां जहां दिक्कत हो सकती है, इस तरह की आशंका है, वहां पर प्रिकॉशनरी मेजर के तौर पर तैनाती हो चुकी है। दे आर ऑल्सो हेल्पिंग इन द इवैक्यूएशन प्रोसेस। तो एक तरह से कह सकते हैं केंद्र और राज्य दोनों मिलकर इस चुनौती से निपटने की कोशिश कर रहा है। ये भले ही अम्फन तूफान की तरह एक तरह से सुपर साइक्लोन नहीं है, लेकिन जो डैमेज जरूर कर सकता है ये एक तरह से अगर प्रिकॉशनरी मेजर्स अपनाए जाए और जो तमाम तैयारियां हैं तो इसके डैमेज को काफी कम किया जा सकता है। जान की रक्षा तो की ही जा सकती है, फिजिकल डैमेज भी कुछ हद तक बचाया जा सकता है। तो उसके लिए कोशिश की जा रही है। और हमने देखा कि कल 3 बड़ी बैठकें हुई। गृह मंत्री ने खुद 2 बैठकें की, जिसमें से एक उन्होंने राज्यों के साथ संवाद किया, मुख्यमंत्रियों से बातचीत की। आज भी संभावित है कि लगातार गृह मंत्रालय इसकी मॉनिटरिंग कर रहा है। मौसम विभाग लगातार इसके लिए अलर्ट भेज रहा है। इंडियन कोस्ट गार्ड हो, एनडीआरएफ हो, एनडीएमए हो, तमाम लोग अलर्ट पर हैं अपने एयरक्राफ्ट या शिप्स के साथ या तमाम अन्य साजो सामान के साथ। तो निश्चित तौर पर केंद्र राज्य मिलकर इस संकट की स्थिति का सामना करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you and appreciate you joining us this morning with those updates there on the cyclone Nisarg that's expected to make a landfall tomorrow. Well, our correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya also joining us now with more from the IMD. Tapas, purely looking at this particular, cyclone that is expected to hit Maharashtra as well as Gujarat and some parts of Diu and Daman. This could be the first tropical cyclone that you see, in 129 years in Maharashtra in the month of June. Having said that, which are the districts in Maharashtra in the state of Gujarat and also, Dadra and Nagar Haveli along with Daman and Diu that have been warned, or, people have, or villages or, people in the coastal areas have been shifted to safer locations?
Well, Anil, you're absolutely bang on there. In the known history of Mumbai, Maharashtra, we haven't seen a cyclonic storm as of now, but this is the first, and because of that, we've been told that the landfall of the cyclone could very well be the South Mumbai. So people staying near the coastal regions, they're staying especially in the South Mumbai, should be careful about. As of now, as I can tell you, this is a deep depression still as of now. It is expected by post noon, it is expected to turn into a severe cyclonic storm. And as of now, it is right now, we've been told that it is right now is going to impact the Maharashtra, the South Gujarat coast, and between Harihareshwar, which is the Raigad and Maharashtra region, and to Daman and Diu. So as of now, rainfall alert, there's a yellow alert that has already been sounded. Extreme heavy rainfall is expected around a few places of North Konkan, North Maharashtra, South Gujarat region, Daman, Dadra, Nagar Haveli, And these are the places where we've been told that extreme precaution have been told to take. Rain warning has been issued. We've been told that it is expected that by the time Nisarg cyclone, as of now, it is still depression. I'm still maintaining once this turn into a cyclone, severe cyclone, the name will come as a Nisarga. And this severe cyclone, once it comes into effect, has a potential to the wind speed is expected to be in the region of 100 to 110,
okay,
gusting to almost 120. So people who are in the coastal area in both Gujarat as well as in Maharashtra have been told to vacate the area, especially the fishermen. Remember the fishermen areas,
okay,
the kacha houses in the coastal areas are more prone to such a cyclonic storm. So they've been told to move away from that, evacuated from there. Also, any fisherman activity, any activity as such have been barred as of now.
The fishermen being warned there not to venture out into the sea. That's not all. Tapas giving us more updates when it comes to that particular areas which have been put on high alert in the state of Maharashtra as well as in the state of Gujarat. We've also got Shishir joining us. Shishir, good morning. Shishir, what's the preparation that we've heard about, Mumbai as well as Pune, which could be severely affected? But how's the state government, gearing up to tackle this particular, problem of a cyclone? One of those rare occasions where you see a cyclone hitting Mumbai in the month of June.
Concern, and especially the coastal area of Mumbai is concerned, is fully prepared here. Of course, the 10 teams of NDRF has been deployed, and out of which 3 teams have been deployed at the Mumbai zone itself. And the rest of the teams have been deployed at various locations in Mumbai, be it Thane, Raigad, Palghar. These are the areas, the coastal areas that were even deployed. Right now, I'm in Thane. I'm going to show the pictures of here. This is basically, you can see the ships actually have been decked here at the shore here. Most of the fishing ships, the authorities have been told that not to venture into deep sea, and that's the reason all the ships have been brought back here at the seashore here. All the fishermen have been told not to venture out in the sea. This is the inter part of the sea level here. Right now I'm in Thane district, and just a few kilometers from here, Palghar district start where the epicenter of the cyclone, probably the cyclone will hit to the Palghar first in Maharashtra, and then will move towards the Gujarat coast, also towards Surat as well. And that's the reason ample arrangements have been made at these places, especially in this entire area in Thane district, also in Raigad district also. It's going to start tomorrow, and that's the reason even today the state disaster team, the relief disaster team, have been already reached the spot at various locations at the coastal areas and have evacuated people, and especially those areas.
Shishir, just briefly, I would like to know, Mumbai, which are the adjoining districts that have been put on alert in view of the cyclone?
Well, the red alert has already been issued in Mumbai also, and rest of the coastal areas, be it Raigad, Palghar, Thane and Mumbai. These are the areas that have been put into the red alert, and that's the reason the ample security measures have been taken by the National Disaster Relief, the NDRF team also, and the State Disaster Relief team also. Both the teams have been deployed at these locations here, especially in Palghar area and in Raigad area. Those who have weakened houses have been shipped to the relief camps also. And now looking at the COVID, especially the pandemic that we're going to see here, the numbers, especially in Thane, Mumbai, and even Palghar, the numbers are increasing day by day. Keeping that in mind also, the state government have told that those are the temporary arrangements made for the COVID centers here, have been also been taken care of, have been told to move to the proper permanent house and permanent structure, so that there won't be any problem for even those who have already been admitted, those who are taking actually precautions for the COVID here. So obviously it's not just for the people also, but the government is also thinking from the COVID perspective that it should not affect the common man who are residing in the coastal area. Yes, Anil.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you and appreciate you joining us this morning with those updates. Cyclone Nisarga will have negotiable wind speed. That's the big positive, and hence, even though it's having negotiable wind speed, the NDRF leaving nothing to chance, evacuation being carried out from the coastal areas of the state of Maharashtra as well as Gujarat and also Daman and Diu. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Thank you and appreciate your joining us with those updates there on that cyclone story. Moving on, the government of India is continuing to bring back stranded Indians from across the globe through the Vande Bharat mission. Government is further planning to expand the mission to make the facility available for more Indians who are stranded in different countries. Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri said Air India will operate 70 more flights to United States of America and Canada in phase 3 of the mission between June 11th and 30th of this month. Meanwhile, 3,891 people returned on Monday from Dubai, Kuwait, Abu Dhabi, Muscat, Bahrain, Salalah, Moscow, Kiev, Madrid, Tokyo, Dhaka, Bishkek, Almaty, Riyadh and Dammam. Time to take a look at the numbers, the latest numbers on COVID-19 from across the country that's been updated this morning. According to the Health and Family Welfare Ministry, 97,581, that's the active number of cases in India. Those cured stand at 95,526. The death toll has now reached 5,598. These are numbers that have been updated this morning by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Moving on, one terrorist was gunned down after a gunfight broke out in Saimor area of Tral subdivision in South Pulwama district today morning. A joint team of police, armies 42 RR, CRPF and the Avantipura police launched a cordon and search operation in the area on specific information about the presence of terrorists in the area. As a joint team of forces approached towards the suspected spot, the hiding terrorists fired upon them, which was retaliated, triggering an encounter. As per the sources, few more terrorists are believed to be trapped. Security forces recently busted a terrorist hideout and seized a huge quantity of arms and ammunition in the joint operation in the Pulwama district. Security forces thus averted a big attack. Well, that's all we have time for in this edition of news. But remember, stay safe, stay positive. We shall overcome. Bye-bye.